Plenty of great action so far in the 2012 Armed Forces Boxing Championships. Let's get to the next bout. It's a gold medal bout in the 132-pound weight class. Sergeant Toribio Ramirez of the United States Army will come out and face his opponent, Corporal Tommy Roque, representing the United States Marine Corps. Ramirez is the defending champion in this weight class. He won the gold medal last year. He's excited about defending this medal this year. Let's hear what he has to say.
I'm just hungry to defend this title.
Look into my eyes, I don't understand giving up. Look into my eyes, I don't understand giving up.
It's going to take a lot to take me off the throne. Sometimes I get a little excited and I go for the kill.
Hit you so hard, won't remember the day you was born. I can see your eyes and reach your mind in the same look.
And I'm one of the veterans, so you know it's a privilege to actually help lead the team.
Don't get caught up into a fight with him, right? Just keep giving him angles. Just keep moving, right?
Sometimes it's not about skills. Sometimes it's not about the situation. Sometimes it's about working hard and keep on pushing.
Because I'm a soldier, you can see my face paint. Know that I'ma get mine by knowing that the rest can't.
It makes me feel great to put honor into what I do every day and to not only honor myself and my family, but also my comrades downrange that are still down there, you know, fighting for us. I'm fighting for them in the ring.
Corporal Tommy Roque is stationed at Camp Lejeune, North Carolina. Now, he lost last year to Toribio Ramirez. He came in as the runner-up. You can call this a shot of redemption, or you can call it an opportunity to get even. Whatever you want to call it, it's going to be a good match. Let's listen to what Tommy Roque has to say about it.
No concerns at all. I'm ready to fight. Regardless if you lose or win, you look back and you put a lot of work and a lot of sacrifices you made, and it feels all good at the end.
Fight it! This is gonna hurt. Get ready for the pain.
You know, we're not over there fighting. We're working hard over here. Most people don't realize we really work hard on the team. And for people overseas to acknowledge us, what we're doing, it feels great.
It's gonna take you down. You won't know what's happening until you come.
Like I said, I feel in great shape, so I'm ready to fight.
Well, Castle, these boxers are not only familiar with this competition, but they're familiar with each other. What goes through your mind in thinking about this rematch from last year's bout?
Well, you know, rematches are always exciting. You never know what you're going to expect. You often get a similar start that you saw in the last one. In the last time they met each other in 2011, Ramirez came from behind to beat Roque 17-14. Both of them have 15 years of experience. They're no stranger to the ring. Ramirez, determination, the will to never quit, as was evidenced, but Roque, an expert defenseman. This will make for an excellent contest.
This is a bout that very likely will go the distance. Do you agree?
Oh, 100%. I don't see this ending early. I see this going down to the wire for sure.
Good Olympic-style boxing. Let's get to the ring.
And making his way to the red corner, representing the United States Army, from Bowling Green, Florida, this light wheel vehicle mechanic is stationed at Fort Stewart, Georgia. Weighing in at 132 pounds, he is the defending Armed Forces champion. Let's hear it for Sergeant Toribio Tremendous Ramirez. Reaching out for something you got to feel, or touching the what. And making his way to the blue corner, representing the United States Marine Corps. From Dunkirk, New York, this aviation supply man is stationed at Camp Lejeune, North Carolina. Weighing in at 132 pounds, he is the 2010 Armed Forces champion and Sizer bronze medalist. Let's hear it for Tommy "No Joke" Roque.
Tommy Roque of the United States Marine Corps in Castle. You got to feel like this is one that people have really been waiting to see.
You know, Van, this is probably one of the most exciting matchups
of this entire tournament, and that's no joke.
It's got all the makings of a great bout, and it hasn't even taken place yet. But it did take place a year ago between these same two competitors. Toribio Ramirez beat Tommy Roque and won the Armed Forces title. You can call this a shot of redemption. You can call this a grudge match opportunity. You can call it whatever you want. But from where we sit, we're going to say this promises to be a good bout.
Yeah, you know, one of the only differences that I could see between last year and this year, last year the two of these had about 14 years of experience. Now they got about 15 years of experience. Other than that, this is going to be a barn burner.
Round number one underway. 132 pounds. Spence Carpenter, our third man in the ring. And right away, out comes Ramirez.
You know, Tommy Roque, really one of the better defensive boxers in the amateur system here in the United States, certainly here at this tournament. He can box with you from the outside. He'll trade with you from up close. He's got great defense and a lot of heart.
Oh, here comes Roque. He is winging away. He's got the jab working. And over to the corner, he's got that jab working, and it dislodged the headgear. I couldn't tell whether Spence Carpenter was going to go with a quick 8 count or not, but he dislodged the headgear. So over to the side of the ring goes Toribio Ramirez to get that headgear fixed. Remember, that headgear is one of the safety devices used in amateur boxing. Roque is busy. I will say that, Castle.
Yeah, he certainly came out of this first round like a bull right out of the stable, and he is hungry for redemption. He's not going to let this come down to 3 points, and if he does come down to 3 points, he wants to be on the higher side of that.
Well, right now he is on the higher side because he leads here in the first round. As we approach 1 minute going by, he leads 3-0.
Maybe those are the 3 points he felt he left on the table last year.
That was last year, and this is now.
I guess you could say if it's a continuation from last year, well, it's now 17-17 as we move in.
Roque clearly the busier of the two boxers.
It seems as though the immediate pressure from Roque has somewhat stunned Toribio. He had not expected it, and now he finds himself down 4 points.
Yeah.
And hasn't really quite gotten off yet.
He landed with a good right hand. You see him trying to find a home with that right hand on the head of Toribio Ramirez.
You know, Tommy Roque just looks like such a precision surgeon in there. I mean, he's so calm and yet so accurate.
And not only is he accurate, though, Castle, he packs power with those punches. Look at that. Boom, that right hand. He has got the ability to stop Ramirez.
And you know what? You are certainly right, Van. And another thing that I notice about Tommy that I really like, a lot of times people throw their jab out there just as a rangefinder, perhaps as a defensive measure, as a spatial thermometer. But with Tommy Roque, he's throwing that jab. He means business. He's trying to knock Ramirez out with either hand.
Well, 45 seconds remaining in round number one, and Tommy Roque goes up 9-1 on the judges' scorecards. Ramirez trying to get inside, but Roque counters beautifully and slips the left hook in. Back with the left hook. He leads with that quick left jab.
You know, that 1-2 combination by Roque has been scoring many of the points here in round number one. You just saw it there again. He's now up 11 points, and that 1-2 combination is really working well for him. The speed, the accuracy, Toribio Ramirez really has no answer for it thus far.
And there's the bell to end round number one. Tommy Roque, who wins that first round by the score of 13-1.
Everything. Go straight for it, just like you're doing. I don't want you inside, you know what I'm saying? I don't want you flat-footed. Maintain that little bounce you have in a little rhythm, okay? That's what's working, okay? Hey.
I need one.
Hey, Tommy. Don't get careless on the inside, okay? Once in a while, what you're doing, you try to go wide with him. You go straight, he's gonna go wide. He hasn't thrown one straight punch yet, okay? The only thing he's throwing is the right hand over hand. That's all he's throwing. Block it and come back straight with it, okay? Hey, 13-1, baby. We cannot get careless. Yeah, you. Hey, come under two, man. Yeah, box him though. I mean, don't get on the inside with him. No need to.
Hey, he start coming. Hey, the 4 is there, man. 4, step to the side, turn the 2 over, all right?
Not only that, he's running out of gas. Yeah, he's running out of gas. He's running out of gas. He's steamed out. It's you 13-1, okay? But don't get careless out there on the inside. Keep a little rhythm side to side. Frustrate him, and he's keep punishing him like you want.
All right, that's Jesse Ravello, the Marine Corps coach, and Charles Leverett. He had some anxious words to say to his boxer, Toribio Ramirez, as well. Oh, and out comes Ramirez, lands a good, quick jab to the head of Tommy Roque. He picks up a point, but Kessel, he's behind 13-2 right
now. And Charles Leverett made that very clear to him, painfully aware. That's why you saw Ramirez come out so fast. But here comes a hard charging Roque, not one to rest on his laurels.
He is peppering Toribio Ramirez right now. He goes up 14-3 on the judges' scorecard.
You know, Tommy Roque said last year he didn't realize how close it was when he was in the contest. He thought that the opponent originally was beating him bad, but then he found out how close it was. I wonder if he's aware he's up by 9 points right now in the second.
I don't know if he's aware or not, Castle, but he's had a year to live with the fact that he was beaten by Ramirez, and I don't think he liked to think about it. This is his night. This is his day of redemption.
You kind of get the impression that Tommy Roque had a picture of Ramirez above his bedroom dresser, and every morning he'd wake up and he knew he needed redemption, and that was the man. Here he is tonight.
The other thing I'm really impressed with on Tommy Roque right now is his conditioning. I mean, he is just as strong now as he was when he started this bout. 132 pounds, gold medal on the line.
And Ramirez just looking a little bit sluggish. It just looks like he's not having it all night. His punches are a little wild. His footwork is a little lackadaisical, and there's not much body or head movement, making him a fairly easy target for Tommy Roque to connect with.
Nice cover that time by Tommy Roque. Ramirez had trouble getting through it.
Nice right hand to the body. That one looks like it scored as well. A baby uppercut, if you will, a baby hook to the ribs.
One minute remaining here in round number 2 of this 132-pound gold medal bout.
Yeah, Tommy is just having his way with Toribio Ramirez here in the second round, and you know, at this rate, Ramirez is going to really need to change his game plan or else stop Roque if he's going to want to come out on top.
Oh, here comes Roque. No damaging blows. Oh, but he scores with the right. 19-6 on the judges' scorecards. We knew this was going to be a good one before they ever got in the ring, Castle.
These are two of the most experienced boxers in the tournament. They have their history with one another back in 2011 down in San Antonio at Lackland Air Force Base, and here they are right now in Camp Pendleton in Southern California for part 2, which may turn out to be part 2 of a trilogy if these two come back again next year.
Well, that's the end of round number 2 from Page Fieldhouse here in Camp Pendleton, California. The Armed Forces Boxing Championships will roll right on after this timeout.
You know what that means? We scored a point, he stole 2 or 3 because we throwing
Welcome back to the 2012 Armed Forces Boxing Championships.
I told you, I shouldn't have to beg you to be great.
This is a 132-pound gold medal match.
At what you do.
Getting set for round number 3. Tommy Roque way out in front, 19-7. There's a good look at Charles Leverett now, the Army boxing coach, talking to Toribio Ramirez.
Look at me. Look at me. It ain't nowhere we ain't never been before, okay? It ain't nowhere we ain't never been before. We're going to come out of this deep water just like we did on all other occasions. Listen, I need combinations. Put your hands up, give me some upper body movement, step down to this guy. We got
He's down, he says he needs combinations. He says we've been in this deep water before. Get off on your punches, land your punches, get there. Charles Leverett doing everything he can to infuse his spirit right now into Toribio Ramirez. Round number 3. 19-7 to start this round. Ramirez coming out aggressive, but Tommy Roque there to meet him. 20-9. Ramirez is going to have to get busy if he expects to pick up the 11-point difference right now in this bout. (20-10), 21-10 that is, on the judges' scorecards. And Tommy Roque now using the ring to his advantage.
Yeah, there's some really, really impressive ring generalship going on by Tommy Roque. I think at this point, he knows if he continues doing what he did in rounds 1 and 2, that he's going to find himself on the high end of the platform, the winner's circle here tonight.
He doesn't need to slug it out right now. He's got everything to lose and nothing to gain by getting in a slugfest with 2 minutes remaining here in this round.
That's a good point, Van. I mean, he says he could box on the outside or punch on the inside. At this point, he'd be well served to stay on the outside, not to run away, to continue to box his style, to collect points from the outside and not put himself in harm's way.
Roque just lands that right hand, and as he does so, he picks up points, 24-12.
Oh, a clubbing right hand, though, by Ramirez.
What a difference a year makes. Here comes Ramirez. He stunned Roque. This is exactly what Leverett wanted him to do. He's picking up the pressure. He's coming after Roque. He's behind on the card here in the third round. But Toribio Ramirez is going to give it everything he's got, and the crowd loves it. The crowd loves it. You talk about appreciation and respect for two combatants, two military boxers going at it in the ring. That's what you're seeing right now here at Camp Pendleton, California. 40 seconds remaining. Ramirez will not back down. Tommy Roque will counter everything that Ramirez brings.
I mean, if this is not a war of attrition, just look at the way these two are standing in the center of the ring. They've got the entire crowd here on their feet.
This will get a standing ovation, no matter who wins this bout. And right now, Tommy Roque of the United States Marines is well in charge as we come down to the final seconds of round number 3 in this 132-pound weight class. And there's the bell. And fans come to their feet in appreciation of both boxers in what amounts to as a classic demonstration, a beautiful demonstration, if I might say that, of Olympic-style boxing, where the object is to outscore your opponent. You don't have to knock him down. You take a look back during this bout, and you will see Tommy Roque coming after Ramirez and come after him hard. Slips in with the right hand and then looks for the left hook. Nice combination by Roque, and that's how Roque continued to add up the points. He countered and responded to everything Ramirez could throw at him. Tommy Roque swinging away, and Tommy Roque gets the victory. So let's go to the center of the ring for the official announcement.
Ladies and gentlemen, presenting the gold and silver medals for this battle will be Major General Bailey of the 1st Marine Division. And now the moment you've been waiting for. The gold medal goes to, representing the United States Marine Corps, Tommy No Joke Roque.
Tommy Roque, who was beaten by Toribio Ramirez in 2011, has now come back and gotten his revenge and won the 2012 gold medal in the 132-pound bout.
What a difference a year makes, Tommy. You know, when we spoke to you after last year's contest, you told us you didn't realize how close the score was. Did you have any idea going into the third round where the score was?
I did. My corner said, Tommy, you're up, but keep fighting hard. You train way too hard to take a step back and just coast. That's what I did. I just tight defense, and I was working on my called reflex drills. He would hit me, I'll come back with 2 or 3. He was throwing 1 or 2 punches. I try to add 1 more what he threw.
Did you get a chance to watch any of the tape from last season or last year's contest? And did you try and take any of those mistakes that you thought you may have made and learn from, improve on here tonight?
The only mistake I felt I made was my conditioning. I didn't work hard. I knew it was a close fight. I actually only saw the fight once. When I looked at it, I saw I got tired in the 3rd round. He just kept coming, man. He's a tough fighter. I give it up to Ramirez. Good job, bro. Don't keep your head up. And we're all fighting the same team as a country, so.
Well, you said win, lose, or draw. You always appreciate the hard work, but I got to imagine that you appreciate it even more with a victory like tonight.
Well, like I said, going in the 3rd round, my coach just said, hey, you're up. But I told Coach, hey, I want to punish him. Last year he won, but this year I didn't want to keep it in the judge's hands. I wanted to win that fight inside because I worked real hard for this.
Well, it looks like the making for a trilogy perhaps next year. You got anything you want to say to your fellow troops downrange?
Actually, I want to give a shout out. We have a Marine this year here, and God was with him that night last year in Armed Forces. I want to give a shout out to Corporal Joel Bolden. It's a blessing. God was with you, bro. I love you, and I'm always here for you, bro, if you need anything.
Well, there it is, Joel Bolden. We're all glad you could be here tonight, and thank you, everyone. Your winner from the Marines, Tommy No Joke Roque.
So Tommy Roque, still remembering last year that he lost to Toribio Ramirez, came out and the 1st round, decidedly won that 1st round, came back and added to his points in the 2nd round and wins this bout heavily, 35-19, in spite of a torrid attack by Toribio Ramirez in the 3rd round. It just wasn't enough to turn the tide, and Tommy Roque wins the 2012 132-pound weight class gold medal. Our Armed Forces champion representing the Marines, Tommy Roque. Well, this concludes our coverage of the Armed Forces Boxing Championships. Again, a special thanks to those watching downrange on AFN. This has been a production of TPC Sports, serving those who serve. For more information, log on to PentagonChannel.mil. For Castle Chalice and our entire broadcast crew, until next time, I'm Van Stokes. So long, everyone.